Welcome back. Well, on the night of the Bondi terror attack, State Emergency Services chaplain Vlad Kotlyar came on air to tell us about the horror. Now, you may recall seeing Vlad that night.
See that my hands.
Oh, they're your hands. He's showing you his hands because they're covered in blood. Vlad, what happened when the shooting started?
So I was with my son, 8 years old. I pushed him to the ground and I fell on top of him. The shooting was going on 5 minutes non-stop, probably 50, 60 gunshots. It was non-stop. And then once the shooting stopped, I went out, tried to help people. I was just covering bodies because there was people dead everywhere. Young, old, rabbi, they're all dead.
And Vlad joins me live now. I mean, Vlad, when you came on air, that was, I think, the moment that we all really understood the scale of what had happened.
Yeah, I think it's still coming around. You know, they say time is, you know, fixing, but I found that as time goes by, you get to remember more things that you didn't remember on the time. You know, you go on a, you know, autopilot, you do whatever you're trained to do, you just do what you can, but as time goes by and more things comes back, so it's not quite time is curing yet, but I'm sure it will get better. We'll have to.
And how's your 8-year-old son, David? I met him a couple of nights ago.
Yeah.
How's he managing? Because he was obviously there. He saw the massacre.
I hope he didn't see much, because when I pulled him out, I pulled his shirt over his head so he can't, because we were right in the middle where a lot of casualties were. So I don't think he saw much, but he get the grasp of what happened. But just to give you an idea.
I mean, he heard it though. You know, there were a lot of children there who heard or saw.
And I can give you a little...
more than they should ever see in their lives.
They shouldn't.
I mean, you don't let a child watch movies with this sort of violence and they had to live through it wondering if they were going to survive. Big impact on the kids.
Well, just last weekend, Australia Day, we were on one of the ferries, and when the gun salute started, he had massive PTSD. He just melted down, and he didn't, you know, I knew what it was, but he didn't. He just went, they did a shooting, and, you know, so he
But even adults, when there's a loud noise at a construction site or something, a lot of adults who are there are now
Absolutely.
jumping and shaking.
I can say that myself, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So Vlad, I mean, in that clip we just played there, we saw your hand covered in blood, but actually your shirt as well was covered in blood of people you tried to save that night, people you helped. An incredible thing, you're now donating that shirt or giving it to the Sydney Jewish Museum. Why? So
we spoke with Rabbi Yossi, and he said, oh, there's a museum, lady from the museum will be coming to that Sunday memorial name reading. And I said, I have the shirt. I didn't wash it, not for any particular reason. I just want to put it away and not look at it. And when he mentioned it to me, I said, you know what? I've got the shirt. I haven't washed it. It's all still the same as it was. How about we give it to the museum? And we thought, that's a great idea. And so he reached out to the Jewish Museum, and the lady said, yeah, absolutely, we want to get that.
And the Jewish Museum is collecting a lot of things from that night. Also, they've collected some of the flowers from the memorial. I mean, thousands and thousands of Australians came to pay their respects, and they brought flowers. Then when the floral tribute finished, people have been writing on stones. So the museum's also connecting the stones. Yeah. I mean, there's really been a sense of community at that memorial site.
Absolutely. And I was lucky enough to get called to that warehouse where they were processing all these flowers. And the artist, her name is Nina, she flew from Melbourne, and they showed me a huge amount of work. They were pulling separate colors and separate flowers, and they're putting them together, and it's going to go all to the Jewish Museum for exhibitions.
Yeah, I think the museum's closed at the moment, so it'll be about a year before you know, there'll be a whole section. I mean, it's terrible, not just on the Holocaust, but now a section on the Bondi terror attack.
Absolutely.
Vlad, you knew many of the people who lost
them all.
Who lost their lives.
I was just talking with Sonia about that Rabbi Eli that was
Rabbi Eli Schlanger.
Schlanger that died. He actually went to Israel about 12 years ago and he married me there. So he flew from here there. So that's how close we were.
Oh, wow. He married you in your
And
life.
Rabbi Ullman, they flew together there, yeah.
Yeah. And how are you coping? How are you dealing with this?
You just have to. We don't have any other option. We just have to carry on. We have to show we're proud of who we are. We have to let the light always win over the darkness. And by just being strong, that's what we do. You know, just show that we're here. We're here to stay.
Yeah, and I think we have to keep telling the stories, not only to record what happened for posterity, but also as a warning to make sure this doesn't happen again. I mean, this is very real, this anti-Semitism fight. We just have to do everything we possibly can.
Yeah. And sometimes it's difficult to repeat the story again and again, because I do get asked often to, and I say, look, as much as it's sometimes difficult, I do go ahead and tell to every possible detail I can remember.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Vlad.
It's a pleasure.
Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.